Jake, you guys played this team last week. What stands out about them in the challenge for tonight?
Yeah, they're a really talented team. They pressure you all over the ice. They're on top of you all over the ice. They deliver a lot of pucks to the net. They're really good in front of the net as well. So it's going to be a full 60-minute effort to take it to these guys tonight.
You take something from the last game that you guys played that kind of helped you turn the tide from flushing out the previous game against the Islanders, kind of finding more of your identity of what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I thought us defensemen did a pretty good job of skating, helped create a little bit more space for our forwards and get the puck transported to the other end. And I thought our back pressure from our forwards was fantastic and allowed us defensemen to have good gaps and transition the puck back to offense. So, throughout the game, I thought we did a lot of good things last game.
What stands out about TJ Brodie as a defense partner now? I think you've kind of been with him mostly for the time that you've been here.
Yeah, he's such a good skater. He's so good with the puck. He's really responsible defensively, and just he's always in the right spot, it seems. So it's really easy guy to play with, and it's been going pretty good for us.
Where do you feel your game's at? Since you've been here, you've been kind of in every game. Do you kind of feel like you've kind of found a groove and kind of your identity on this team?
Yeah, I think I've been feeling pretty good. Been mixing and matching a little bit with D pairs and just communication and defending hard and just getting my feet moving and having good gaps out there is always important for my game.
Does it change your rhythm at all? Is there things you kind of have to adjust to?
I don't think so. I mean, you don't overthink it. I was on the ice and you take the rest and then you come back and you try to play well.
What stands out most with a Rod Brindamore coach team?
Yeah, I think they play hard. They play with a lot of speed. They forecheck well. They have a great penalty kill. They do the little things really well. So for our group, we got to be ready. We played these guys not so long ago, so there's no reason for us not to be ready here tonight.
So like to see Ryan O'Reilly back on the ice, kind of trying to make his way back.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. He's been working hard. It's nice to have him on the road with us, and he's doing what he can to try to get healthy, or at least get himself to a point where, when that time comes, he can hit the ground running and play well.
Sheldon, you guys played this team last week. What can you take from the scouting there going into the game tonight?
Well, whether you played them recently or not, you just know what to expect when you play against Carolina. There's going to be lots of pressure. They're going to shoot the puck a lot. They're going to make it hard around your net. And even harder and more so here in this building. So there's that, and then they make it really difficult to get to their net too. So it's a challenge. It's top defensive team in the league. So on both sides of the puck, we've got to be real good here today. But for us, like a lot of things we did the other night against a different opponent in Florida, be a different type of game here today. But our effort and our approach needs to be very similar.
Are you seeing more of that? Like you've been talking about offensively, guys driving in the lanes inside, getting inside position a bit?
Yeah, I thought we did an excellent job of that in Florida for sure. So, we've talked about it, and that's what I've really liked here is when we've challenged the group and drawn their attention to an area or two. They've done a good job of applying it right away in the next game. So that's a really good sign. Shows the intelligence of our team, the buy-in of our team, the commitment level. So offensively and even more so defensively the other night, especially once we had a lead, there was just everybody was doing a good job, and doing what was required of them and making it really hard on a very dangerous offensive team like Florida.
An optional after a day off. Are we at that point in the season as you kind of get toward the end that rest starts to become prioritized here?
Well, certainly that is the case with the rest being prioritized. However, I think if you remember back the last time we were in this situation coming off of a day off, it was going into our game in Buffalo. At that time we had talked about we had looked at these situations and really gone over the last 2 or 3 seasons. And, our full team morning skates on the road in particular, we haven't gotten very good results relative to the times we've had optional skates. So we've just decided to, in these situations, to go more the optional route.
Ryan O'Reilly's back on the ice. Is he getting any closer? This, I imagine, is the first step towards that.
Yeah, well, he's been on the ice consistently. He actually skated yesterday as well here, and he's been skating back in Toronto too. We wanted to bring him here on this trip and have him around the group for a portion of the trip. But certainly, yeah, today is a big step. Yesterday was a good step for him. It was his first time really handling and shooting pucks, and today again he's taking another step out here. So certainly he's making his way back.
The original timeline, I think 4 weeks still hold.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't really tracked it, to be honest. I know there's the LTI situation as well, but he's feeling better. But they're going to be very cautious with it, just to make sure. It's one thing to be handling pucks and shooting, but the contact, especially for a center taking faceoffs and such, they're going to take the time to make sure that the finger has appropriate time to heal and minimize any sort of risk of re-injury.
Any theory on why you feel like you're getting better bang for the buck out of the optionals rather than the fulls in morning skates?
Hard to say. I don't know if you could ever really put a. You could say, I don't know if you could ever say for certain what that is. Whether when you're on the road in particular, it's just a mindset and a mentality that maybe you feel a little bit more fatigued. So having to give off so much energy for the morning skate maybe helps. Maybe just the fact that you make it optional and it's not as structured a skate, that in itself helps. And then the other thing that we've talked about, it might just be as simple as the fact that you're skating at 11:30 versus skating at 10:30, and it's an hour closer to game time. And so no matter what it is, we decided to try, and we gave it a shot in Buffalo. The players responded well. Most of the guys still go out there, but those who feel strongly about it, particularly the high-minute guys, you give them the freedom to make their decision and do what they need to be focused on being ready to play at game time. That's really where the priority is, and I think it makes sense, especially with the back-to-back tomorrow, to preemptively give the guys that option.
And you don't go out there?
No, I did go in Buffalo. But generally I try to make a habit. If I make it optional, I don't go either, because a lot of the players, if the coach goes out there, a lot of cases they'll feel obligated to go.
Right.
So that's really the situation, and our assistants do a really good job of managing the optionals, and the players like it that way.
Rielly in for Shen tonight.
No, Rielly is in tonight for Gustafson.
Okay.
Gustafson is not with the team. He had a personal situation. He had to head back to Washington. So we'll just give him the time that he needs until he can get that sorted out with his family.
Okay.